Today we're going to talk about digital transformation. I'm Doug Atkinson at Solutions Review, and we are fortunate to be joined by Jeff McCullough, who is Vice President of Americas Sales at NetApp. And you actually have probably the best perspective on digital transformation that I've seen. And that's really because NetApp has really gone through a digital transformation and is also really presenting the digital transformation story. Let's start out by defining what digital transformation really is.
Yeah. So NetApp thinks of digital transformation as really helping customers accelerate revenue and profit through the use of data. Right. So for us, it's all about leveraging and using data, whether it's on premise or whether it's in the cloud. Right? And for NetApp, our strategy is really helping customers make the most out of data regardless of where it is. And I appreciate you talked about NetApp's transformation because I think it gives us a little bit of credibility in this space because we have transformed. We're still in the process of transforming and continuing to evolve our business from a very traditional on-premises storage selling organization, which we've been very successful at, to really a digital transformation accelerating partner for our customers, where we're offering our portfolio, continue to offer it in the cloud or on premises, but also in the cloud, and offering a variety of capabilities from artificial intelligence to DevOps to data protection, a broad portfolio, all centered around today's number one challenge that most CIOs have, which is how do I digitally transform and ultimately get more out of my data to help my business grow and accelerate.
Well, and that's really the opportunity, right, for every organization these days is corralling all of this amazing amount of data that is coming in from customers, from systems, from really sources that they never even imagined they would even have.
Yes.
And being able to use it to not only operate their enterprise, their organization better, but to really provide better solutions and products and services for customers.
For sure. And we've spent a lot of time studying this, the customers in the market. And from a market opportunity standpoint, it's just a little under $6 trillion is going to be spent on digital transformation between now and by 2022. Right. So over the next 3 years, a significant amount of investment is going to be made specifically in the area of digital transformation. The other piece that we've looked at is customers and their ability to go execute here. And what we've found is approximately only 1 out of 10 customers is really capable of tackling this digital transformation challenge. That is, customers who are really good at leveraging data to go accelerate and grow their business. The other 9 out of 10, they need help, right? They need a lot of help. And I think that's where NetApp, certainly where our partners and the partner community that I represent for NetApp, comes in to help customers ultimately solve these really difficult and challenging problems because it gets more complex, not less complex.
So what do you say to the executive who comes to you and says, all right, we had a meeting, we're all in on digital transformation, what do we do?
Yeah. So, for us, we start with understanding, where does the data sit, right? Where is the customer actually storing data, and what are the kinds of data that they're leveraging? And really our partners, and what I look to do is really put our partners in the forefront of this. Many of our partners not only have capability of selling our portfolio, but selling their own capabilities, their own skills, their own IP, which is why I think you see so many partners today investing in purchasing software development organizations where they're actually offering software applications and workload development. And so for us, it's really engaging with a great partner that can help the customer understand, do that assessment of the current state and where the customer wants to go, and then starting to look at where do we plug in different types of technology to solve the challenge. If the customer needs ubiquitous access to data around the globe, we want to look at solutions in the cloud and running NetApp technology in the cloud. And we're unique in the position that our portfolio is available on all the major public cloud providers. So whether you want to run ONTAP, our Cloud Volumes ONTAP product in the cloud on Azure, or ONTAP Cloud Volumes in AWS or Google, we can provide that single platform around the globe to help customers get ubiquitous data access. And it's that it's that ability for our partners to go represent that portfolio that I think differentiates us, and I think it differentiates the partners to help solve that I want to go drive digital transformation.
Well, and truth be told, that every customer that you have or every prospect that you're talking to has already started, more likely than not, they've already started transforming in some way, shape, or form, and they're probably working with a partner that has already existed and helped them along the path. So how do you get them to kind of get down the full length of the field? I mean, as they're moving, what are some of the things that you're offering for solutions, for advice that would help them really get to that the end zone that they're hoping to achieve?
Yeah, we think of really 4 critical workload areas right now that we're focused on. Enterprise applications is maybe the most common and consistent area where customers need help modernizing and accelerating enterprise applications. And those applications can live on premise, where we can drive flash solutions to make those solutions work better. They could be legacy applications where the ideal low cost versus re-architecting the app is redeploying the infrastructure on a faster, more agile flash-based platform on premise. Or they could be applications that live in the cloud and helping customers figure out that tipping point from when you should be on premise to when you should be in the cloud. And so I think the enterprise app area is one of the maybe most common areas that a customer is looking at for help. Some of the newer areas, though, that we're focused on are areas like AI. So, and for NetApp, we offer a couple solutions in this space. We have I call a high-end solution, what we call ONTAP AI, which is marrying up our ONTAP operating system storage technology on premises with a solution from NVIDIA, their DGX platform. So an enterprise-grade, high scale out, certainly mission critical platform for AI. And we also have for our FlexPod customers in joint collaboration with Cisco, FlexPod AI solution, which is built on Cisco's NVIDIA go-to-market offering. So we can scale from large enterprise to broad, wide-scale use with our FlexPod customers. And there, it's really all around engaging and working with the data scientists that live within our partner community and the customers' own scientists that are frankly becoming the new decision makers, right? A lot of the buying centers and the decision-making points around AI aren't necessarily being made in IT, traditional IT. They're being made in line of business. They're being made in specific workload areas where the buyer is going to be a data scientist. It's going to be who's very much focused on the platform and solution. So I think AI is another interesting and unique area where we're seeing our partners and our portfolio really differentiate and show up in the market.
Well, actually, AI is an interesting topic because I'm curious about the impetus behind these digital transformation initiatives. What are the aha moments that you see customers looking for or realizing they're going to get from really leveraging their data more completely?
So great question, because that, I think for most customers, the aha moment is when they realize that a set of data they have about customer purchase history, for example, right? When they marry it up with a set of data on demographics in the market around buying behaviors, they can, just through, it's a very simple example, but they can come with a whole new perspective on their customers and the things that those customers care about, that allows them to move into other markets, that allows them to offer different products and solutions that they would have no idea, other than guessing, if these would be great fits. And now you can use different pools of data to coalesce and come up with new insights and new ways of looking at the market. And so, I think as everybody, kind of looks at, we're just in the early stages here of AI, right, and what it can do. And if you think about the wealth of information that's out there, there's so many different examples and ideas that come up, you can come up with where if only, right, I think it all starts with, if only we had a way to look at 5 different sets of data to come up with an answer. Well, now you can, right? And I think that's what really AI, the power of AI does, right? The decision-making capability, the analytic capability in these platforms just creates completely different ways for customers to visualize and understand their customers, to visualize and understand their markets, and to create net new opportunities.
So where do you think we are at, to kind of put a bow on this? I mean, it's a huge opportunity, obviously, and I know NetApp is actively taking advantage of that. But in terms of adoption, as you walk through the door at some companies that we would all probably assume are pretty buttoned up with regard to their use of data, what do you find? And I think I already know the answer to this, but I'd be curious about your perspective on this.
I think to put it in a football analogy, maybe we're at halftime on cloud, right?
Yeah.
We've had a lot of activity in the first half here, where the first 2 quarters of the game, where customers have been early adopters. They've had the aha moment when this isn't necessarily cheaper, but it creates more agility, more time to market, speed, execution, and allows you to think differently about your IT. And so, I think we're now at this sort of next, the next 2 quarters, if you will, of that game analogy is really going to be all around optimizing, right? How do I optimize? And that's where we want to be, right? We want to be part of that optimization discussion to help you make those decisions and to be micro-focused on the right way to leverage cloud. When you look at technologies like AI, we're just in the first few minutes of first quarter, right? We're really early in the game, excuse me, coming to understand the ways you can leverage AI to be successful in the market, right? And the way customers can leverage AI to unlock new opportunities. So, for us, we're in the early stages. I think our partnerships that we've gone to market with are foundational for us, and we're excited about the opportunities that AI brings. But there's other areas. DevOps is another one where I'd say we're certainly well past halftime. In the second, third, or in the third, fourth quarters, if you will, where we're really getting to maturity around DevOps and speed of scale and execution on application development. You see more and more applications in companies delivering applications in microtransactions that could never be enabled before, right? So DevOps creates this new way of new life cycle of application development, and again, for us, it's delivering the underlying technology that allows customers to move quickly and expediently there. So we think we like the game we're in. We think we've got a lot to offer, and we're super excited about the coming quarters here of the opportunity.
Well, and with the oncoming advancements and things like 5G, the game is actually it's like putting helium in the footballs.
Yeah.
So, I'm fascinated to watch it all evolve because it used to be this kind of hesitance to move to the cloud, and now it's a full-on stampede.
Yeah, and we're excited about you think about 5G and the role of the edge, right, that comes into play there, and we look at that as a phenomenal opportunity, right, for ONTAP living in the edge, for the way, again, if it's all about, ultimately it all comes down to how do you manage data, right? I think 5G, beyond just the transport of data wirelessly, comes down to managing data at the edge, right? And how can we participate in that? And we've kicked around lots of different examples. We've at our Insight conference, we had an example of a 5G backpack, right, running ONTAP, that somebody could walk around and and so we see ourselves participating in lots of different aspects of of technology evolution in the coming years, and we love our hand, right, that we've been dealt. We think we've got great technology, and we have a great way of integrating into the most common and most challenging problems that customers are facing today.
Well, and you've done a good job of transforming yourselves to take advantage of this opportunity, so well done.
Thanks.
We would certainly encourage you to check out all that we're covering with regard to digital transformation, but really digital transformation is going to be different for everybody. This has been a very helpful discussion. Thanks very much for defining it.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.